Cornell University police are investigating a series of anti-Semitic threats made against the school's Jewish community and online posts over the weekend.
And jury selection started Monday for the federal trial of Breonna Taylor's death. What we know about the situation so far.
As weather gets colder and colder and rain becomes more common, the threat of snow becomes ever more real in Ohio.
And Mariah Carey announced that she has more dates on her annual Christmas tour. What locations are added? All this and more as TV2 News starts right now.
Good morning, Kent State University and Portage County.
I'm Logan Merkle.
And I'm Cale Breuers.
And this is TV2 News. On Saturday, Aurora Police posted to Facebook a report of a scammer. The police statement claims that they have received several reports of an anonymous suspect calling Aurora residents to tell them that they failed to attend a court appearance, so they need to pay fines. In some cases, the caller even recited home addresses of victims and threatened arrest.
Over 1,500 stores across the United States, Spirit Halloween is one of the largest Halloween retail stores in North America. The pop-up stores have become iconic, and it features costumes and goes across vacant malls and empty retail stores. And each fall, it sells costumes and accessories for consumers. Each of the 36 Spirit Halloween locations scattered across the state expects to close Thursday, November 2nd, according to the company website.
Last Friday, Cleveland reached a record high 78 degrees on October 27th. 3 days later, Northeast Ohio is predicted to see its first snowfall of the season, with a high temperature of 45 and rain expected to come later in the day. We might see a glimpse of winter on Halloween night, although any accumulation looks to be pretty small, with only 1 inch being the highest amount we could see in any area.
I'm not ready to see that snow yet, but with Ohio's history of cold weather, we will probably be getting snow.
I think we will see snow tonight too. Starting off, we currently have in Kent about 32 degrees outside right now with a dew point of about 25. Wind is about west at about 1 miles per hour and humidity is about 77 degrees. Visibility is about 10 miles, so there is not very much fog this morning.
Looking at the next 3 hours, we got about, earlier today, 6 a.m., 30 degrees, noon 39, and 6 p.m. Still again 39 degrees, a little bit more cloudy, so temperatures are definitely dropping.
And around the state right now, it looks to be about 27 in Lima, 29 in Dayton, and 30 in Cincinnati, 31 in Columbus, 33 in Athens, 30 in Akron, and 31 in Steubenville. So it's looking about 30s, pretty cold today for you.
That's all we have for this morning's weather.
Make sure you check back in tonight at 6 p.m. for the full forecast. As the overdose toll continues to rise in Ohio, Cleveland Clinic addiction specialist Bryant Barnett looks to find new solutions. Last year, the FDA approved the SuperBio fentanyl urine detection kit, SuperBio immunofluorescence analyzer. This is a device that can test within minutes, but Barnett says is not widely known. Barnett also said there are urine dipsticks that test for fentanyl as well, but they have not gone through enough substantial testing. The Department of Justice is beginning to fund a Cleveland violence intervention organization. The Cleveland Peacemakers Alliance responds to hospitals and crime scenes minutes after violent altercations. The Department of Justice supported this group by awarding them part of a $2 million grant. The organization says that the generous funding will help with gaining more employees and victim support.
The inflammatory language targeting a responsive rights measure on Ohio's fall ballot, the type of measuring that is common in the closing weeks of the highly contested initiative campaign, warning abortion on demand or, quote, dismemberment of fully conscious children. Groups backing Groups backing the proposed amendment says it's improper to use such language on a taxpayer-supported website. With less and less time to vote early, officials say they're seeing an increase in the turnout and expect a number of in-person voters and mail-in ballots to rise before the November 7th election. As of October 24th, Mylan Anatano, Director of Communications for the Secretary of State's office, said there has been more than 200,000 in-person early voters, which is up from the 192,000 in-person voters this ahead of August's special election.
A historic monument was destroyed in a fire. The impact its loss has on the community.
The Las Vegas Raiders traveled out to the 313 for some Monday night primetime football. Could they come out on top?
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is TV2 News, truly Portage County.
Welcome back. Moving away from what's going on around Ohio, let's look more at what is going on nationally.
We have our correspondent Emilio Hernandez with the latest with these stories. Emilio?
Thanks, guys. Our first story today concerns the trial of one of the officers involved in Breonna Taylor's death. Jury selection started Monday for the federal trial of a former Louisville police officer charged in connection to the raid that resulted in Breonna Taylor's death. Brett Hankerson is charged with violating the civil rights of Taylor, her boyfriend, and 3 others in the apartment next door at the time of the deadly March 2020 raid. Officials say Hankerson fired several times, shooting into Taylor's apartment through a sliding glass door, even though there was no justifying reason to use deadly force. A fire destroyed a historic abandoned mansion in West Baltimore. Baltimore City Fire Department officials said that firefighters were called around 5:30 p.m. No one was injured in the fire. The mansion was the summer home for Baltimore socialite Mary Frick Garrett Jacobs in the early mid-1900s. From 1952 to 86, it was the Uplands home for churchwomen. In the 1990s, it became the New Palmas Baptist Church. The church was later demolished, and the mansion has been vacant ever since. Cornell University has had an onslaught of online anti-Semitic messages threatening Jewish students. The Ivy League school has gotten federal authorities like the FBI involved. University officials said the anonymous messages includes threats to specific locations, including a Center for Jewish Living. The campus police are investigating the issue and will remain on campus to ensure students and staff are safe. The Israel Defense Forces announced the first successful hostage extraction since the October 7th attacks. In his initial announcement, the IDF said Private Ori Megadish was rescued after more than 3 weeks held hostage by Hamas. There are still 3 confirmed hostages held by Hamas at this time. That's all we have for today, folks. For more, go to TV2 News at kentwire.com and have a happy Halloween.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
The Lions took on the Raiders for their first Monday Night Football appearance this season. The Raiders look to pick up their first primetime win of the season. Could they get it done? So we're going to kick things off here at Ford Field, and we got to talk about this Raiders offense. They look very unimpressive. The only highlight of this offense is number 8, Josh Jacobs. He gets it done, but he's doing everything he can. You cannot succeed in this football game having your star wide receiver in Devontae Adams having only 1 catch. That is unacceptable. Josh McDaniels has to look into this playbook and figure some stuff out. And we had a really slow start for the Lions in this game, but you'll see quickly that they end up picking it up after the half. Rookie Sam Laporta continues to stand out, as we saw earlier. He had his touchdown catch, but we got to talk about the 12th overall pick, Jahmyr Gibbs. What a game did this guy have. He's going to get in the end zone for his only touchdown of the day, but he had 152 yards on 26 carries. He put on a clinic and hopefully starts his professional career and keeps it going like that. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, he also put on a clinic with another 100-yard game on 6 receptions. And the score seemed closer than it actually was, but the Lions are going to defeat the Raiders at home 26-14. But we're going to move from the gridiron to the pitch. Let's take a look at the Flash's women's soccer team. They won in the first round of the MAC tournament, defeating Northern Illinois with a score of 3-0 at home. The second game of the tournament will take place this Thursday in Kalamazoo, Michigan, as the Golden State Flashes will take on the number 1 seeded Western Michigan Broncos at 2 p.m. And that's all I have for this morning's sports report, but TV2 will be back tonight with playoff baseball highlights at 6. I've been Anthony Leonardi. Have a great morning, Portage County.
The Queen of Christmas is coming to Cleveland. Mariah Carey, the best-selling female artist of all time, is bringing her Merry Christmas One and All tour to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse December 7th. Tickets go on sale Friday at 9 a.m. on the RocketMortgageSaleHouse.com. Mariah Carey's Christmas hit All I Want for Christmas Is You, released in 1994, is certified by Diamond Recording Industry Association of America. Halloween is today, and people are already thinking about Christmas. What do you like better, Christmas or Halloween?
I honestly like Halloween, man. I like food. I like some candy. It's really good. So
I don't know,
I
dude.
take that over presents any day.
I'm
buddy.
more of a Christmas guy, sitting around
Really?
a roaring fire, you know.
Yeah.
Some ready little Christmas tree
Yeah,
in the
I'm
corner.
not gonna
some
lie,
hot
dude.
chalky.
You know I like skiing and snowboarding, like snow sports.
Big skiing and
I like
snowboarding
snow.
guy over here.
I like some snow. All right.
All right. Thank you, Kent State and Portage County, for watching.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter.
Tune in back at 6 p.m. tonight for more coverage. I'm Cale Breuers.
And I'm Logan Merkle.
Have a great day, Portage County.
This is Portage County's TV2, broadcasting from the campus of Kent State University. Streaming online at kentwired.com.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is. Paw?
Do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.